So hello there, welcome to a new video. I'm doing an exciting thing today. I'm doing my best European movies. I'm going to do this differently, or similar to how I've done it the last couple of times. Instead of doing just best movies, let's go for it, and they're all going to be, from the same country. Instead of doing that, I'm going to do each number is its own country, and then I'll shout out some from that country. Because otherwise, I would have shouted out like a tenth of what I'm about to shout out. So, I've got a lot to get through. Let's get into it. In 10th is Czechia. It's only one movie I'm going to shout out from here, which is Divided We Fall. It's from 2000. It's about a couple who kind of look after a Jewish person during the war. It really dives into their life and how it affects them. It's very well done. And yeah, I couldn't praise it more. Let's go on to 9th. In 9th is the Netherlands. And again, I'm only shouting out one here. I've only really seen one from the Netherlands so far. Hopefully next year I'll watch a couple more. But it's called The Vanishing. The Vanishing. This is one of the scariest movies I've seen. At least one portion of it. Not to give anything away, but someone gets abducted and it's done so realistically, and it's just the realization that someone's been abducted and how it's like filmed. It's good, and the rest of the movie is also fantastic, especially the end as well. But yeah, it's a good movie. Easily ninth there. In 8th is Belgium. I've got two movies here. One is called Close. Came out a couple of years ago, maybe last year, about two boys. Very good. But I'm actually going to shout out one called The Meetings of Anna, which is from the 70s, 78 to be exact, which follows this person called Anna, this character, who just through different encounters as she travels through Europe. Some are people she might love, some are maybe her mom, some are just strangers. It's just a really well done movie. I don't think it's too long either, and it's one I'm very excited to rewatch. So yeah, this one on its own could have got very high on my top 10 European list. But because it's part of Belgium, it's brought Belgium up a little bit. It's probably one of my favourite movies of the year, I'd say, that I've watched this year. In 7th is Norway. Now, I've got two movies for Norway. One is called The Worst Person in the World, which I've seen this year. It was decent. If it was just that, it would maybe get 10th in the list. But I recently watched one called Troll Hunter, which was hilarious. I loved it. I loved every second of it. And I can't wait to watch it again. It was genuinely just brilliant. It's about a mockumentary about an actual troll hunter, and trolls are real, and that's just it. It's just wonderful. It's very funny. It's also its highlight is the fact it takes itself seriously. So yeah, Troll Hunter for me, and more specifically Norway, number 7th. In 6th is Ireland. There's a lot of movies from Ireland, actually. There's The Wonder, there's Calvary, there's Oddity, which came out this year. But the big one for me from Ireland, the one I actually didn't like this first time round, but I watched it again, it was absolutely hilarious, was Banshees of Inisherin. I cannot tell you the difference between the first and second watch for me here. The first time I watched it, I was like, it's okay. I watched it again, and it's now, I think, one of my favourite movies. I love it. I haven't watched it a third time, but that's because I don't want to waste that third time, because I know whenever I'm going to watch it, I'm going to have a wonderful day. So yeah, Banshees of Inisherin, give it a watch. And in 6th is Ireland. In 5 is Spain. I feel like this one could be a bit higher. I haven't really got any specific ones to shout out mainly. We got Summer 1993. Viridiana was really good. And obviously Pan's Labyrinth is a big one. For me, though, my favourite Spanish movie is actually one from the director of Pan's Labyrinth, Del Toro. But it's actually The Devil's Backbone. I actually think that one's a bit better for me. It might not be as fantastical, or, it might not be as amazing. But the story and the way it's told, I connected more with that movie, I think, than Pan's Labyrinth. Both are great. Both are worth a watch. But yeah, Spain is number 5. In number 4 is Italy. Italy could have been number 1 for me here. The last 4 are really tight. Bicycle Thieves, Life is Beautiful, one of the best war movies I've ever seen. Perfect Strangers is a newer one, which is a nice twist. It's about these strangers who put their phones in. You got to read out every text. That was a lot of fun. But the best Italian movie for me is Cinema Paradiso. I could go on for ages about this movie. It just captures someone's love for film. I've seen it 2 or 3 times now. Every time I've loved it more and more. And it's just magical. It's a magical film. But yeah, any of the Italy movies I just shouted out could have been number 1 on their own. Like, I cannot tell you how much I love each of those movies. So please do check them out. They're absolutely amazing. And third is Denmark. My friend Emil will be very happy to hear that. So from Denmark, we've got Nymphomaniac, great movie. We got Speak No Evil, which just recently got remake. The original though is left me speechless. We got Another Round, fantastic movie. Day of Wrath. My favorite though is The Hunt. I won't say what happens, but someone gets accused of something. Mads Mikkelsen, very good actor. He gets accused of something which just ruins his life, right? It could go really on the nose of it. It doesn't, and it just really hits you, and you put yourself in his shoes, and yeah, it just leaves you a bit devastated for him. So yeah, that one is my number 3, or Denmark is number 3, should I say. Saying that though, in number 2 is Germany. I could have gone for a lot of movies with Germany, but there's one director specifically which is just one of my favorites. This guy here, I love this guy, and he's done a couple movies. He's done The Marriage of Maria Braun, which is a little bit similar to The Meetings of Anna that I mentioned earlier, just a lot darker. And he also did one called Ali, Fear Eats the Soul. Again, it's just his movies there's just something to them. So yeah, I could have mentioned, you know, Tony Erdmann. I could have mentioned Run Lola Run, but The Marriage of Maria and Ali, Fear Eats the Soul is the big reason Germany got so high for me. I love those 2 movies. I love anything that guy's done. So yeah, check them out for sure. Finally though, we have number 1, which is of course France. I could mention any movie here and go into detail. We got The Portrait of a Lady on Fire. We got The Intouchables. We got Anatomy of a Fall. Robot Dreams, which just come out, is technically from France. Even one called Tomboy I watched recently was pretty brutal, pretty dark, but really well done. Yeah, any of those movies I could have listed. I'll be honest, the top 4 was very tough for me, but I think France is just France has like 6 or 7, like at least 5. Amelie, I love Amelie. Like 6 or 7 5-star movies. So yeah, France is easily number 1. Those are my top 10 European movies though. It was a bit fast. I'm on my lunch, so I had to rush it a bit. But yeah, let me know if you disagree or agree with any of mine. And let me know if there's any you would put in or suggest. Thank you for watching. I've been James. I'll see you next time. Bye.